are back for another Discord discussions. There's been some stuff going down. We had the release of the movie Sinners. Like, we had to come back out for this and discuss what's going on. TJ was just talking about how I literally texted you to tell you that niggas was wild and please wake up.
Man, I just want my dog. He's not even my dog, but shit, man.
Yeah. So what we're gonna be discussing today, we have to discuss Sinners and the immaculate masterpiece that is.
Yes, black excellence with black embarrassment.
Yes, that we have to discuss Shannon Sharpe, unfortunately, and and I wanted to also touch on the subject of Dody, I believe his name is, from Hey Now with Kendrick. Being
right,
and crashing out. We got to talk about that a little bit because I definitely do have some words about that. But yeah, so let's get into it, y'all. Let's start out with Sinners. I kind of wanted to give you guys a spoiler-free review, and by you guys, I mean everybody that's watching. A spoiler-free review, and then we can get into the spoilers later on. I'll do a warning before that happens. So as far as our non-spoiler reviews, like, how do y'all feel about the movie?
I guess I'll lead the way with this one. My biggest critique that has nothing to do with the movie is just I wish that they could have just kept that first trailer. Because that first trailer was the perfect, like, you didn't know what was going on, but you was intrigued. You saw the cinematography. You could tell, like, everyone was on their P's and Q's. And then that second one definitely gave away, like, not a crazy amount, but it did enough, right? And that's the tough part about Hollywood right now. They have like 4 different trailers. They have the initial trailer, they have the second trailer, they have the final trailer, then they have the accolades trailer. They do good enough, or they just straight up lie like Disney. They just say I'm the number one movie when you clearly lost to someone else.
Everybody's the number one movie. Like, let's cut that out. Let's stop that in the year of our Lord 2025. Everybody is not the number one movie. Let's knock it off. And so,
and then Google's kind of tripping because clearly the lead person is Michael B. Jordan. They're like, Haley Steinfeld is the first thing. Like, she did a great job, but Michael B. is playing 2 characters.
Exactly.
Like what are we doing right here?
On over him. Like, what's going on?
And this is an entirely black film, mostly. Like, you got a few Asian and you got Haley in there, but like, it's just bad.
Through there trying to figure out who's the only white passing character. Oh, they about to put the Irish dude before they freaking put Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, they were like, oh, she got 50%. She got 50% black or something, but we'll let it slide. But yeah, I would say this is definitely a standout role. Like, it's crazy because Michael B. Jordan's been around so long, killing the game, that you forget that he's 40 now. Like, he is crazy how long he's been killing the game. Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler they can't miss. Like, you can argue maybe Wakanda Forever. But even then, like, it was so much stuff going on. I still like that film despite my critiques.
Yeah.
But Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, she did her thing, man. Like, she's had some crazy OD topics in the movie that I'm not going to spoil at all. A very shout out. I'm going to mess this up. I'm going to give it my best. One Mi Masaku. She's one of the lead love interests in this film, and she does a fantastic job. She carries so much weight and presence. From standouts like Jamie Lawson, gorgeous woman, from legends like Delroy Lindo, and a special shout out to Miles Cotton. He's
Miles Caden, maybe. I think
maybe, but Miles Caden, he was fantastic. Voice deep than a motherfucker.
Yeah, it was perfect. The streets is saying that the singer recommended for him to audition. And I'm like, thank goodness she did that, because oh my gosh, his voice is perfect for that soundtrack. It gives backbone of the soundtrack. I'm so sorry. Like, it's so sensational. Y'all have, and I know it's not going to be everybody's, 10 out of 10. Everybody has their critiques.
Shit, all the black people I've seen says a 10 out of 10.
But it is for me. It was definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. The theater that I freaking saw it in was a actual 3-sided theater. So the screen stretched to the
Oh, it
other
was one of
two
those.
sides.
Okay.
I've never experienced that before. It's my first time seeing that. Like I've been to a 4D theater and that was cool, but I
Yeah, I
have
saw
never
one. I saw
seen.
one like that with what's his name? Like the Tom Cruise flying movie. I forgot. Top Gun Maverick, whatever. That's the last time I saw that.
And it like so. Imagine like you're watching and they're driving through those beautiful like well not let me not say beautiful but like driving through the cotton fields and stuff like that with
The
that
beautiful cotton
beautiful
fields, you know, the classic.
this the sky that's beautiful with that beautiful blue sky as they're riding and then the screen just freaking widens up the three freaking sides. Beautiful, sensational. That was a surprise for us because we didn't even know that was gonna happen. But
Right.
I do want to touch on some things in terms of like the plot and stuff. I
Wait,
did
before we
enjoy.
get there, the kiddo, do you want to say anything in a non-spoiler spot?
Yeah. Dude, wanted to make sure that it was said that the black representation of this fucking movie, not even just the actors, but the fucking writing. The writing from the music and just everything about the movie, bro. It's truly fire, bro.
Solid.
It's truly fire.
There's one thing I'll add before we start getting to more details is that you have the opposition. We know who they are. They got shades. They have a flag in the background. They got opinions and so on. Always correlate to a crowd with pointy hats. I still think they did a fantastic job with black representation while also giving opportunities for other people to eat. Like I think like the Asian cast did a great job. From the white
Native
cast, how the
American.
villains had great writing and had a great stage presence. Like they did a fantastic job. Like having black representation while also like not totally demonizing other races that people like to make that type of critique with black films. That they did a great job of showing humility and understanding, even with people that we find disgusting.
Yeah, and so I'm not getting into spoilers just yet.
As villains,
but
not other races. I mean, as villains.
yeah,
Anyway,
I'm not getting into
yeah.
spoilers just yet, but as far as just like the main general things, like I'm a horror movie girly, so the horror aspect I really enjoyed. I did jump several times and I wasn't annoyed by the jump scares at all. Like I was like, "Oh my gosh, y'all actually got me." I'm like, "Okay. I'm paying attention. I'm up."
Yeah,
Um
like half of this film is really like it's like I feel like this film could be divided in two ways. Like it's more of like a character study for a good half of it. It's like world building and character study.
yes,
And the other half
that's
is more
another
of
thing
like
I
a
wanted to get
thriller.
into.
Yeah, like it's like a
Yes.
thriller horror a little bit. So it's like
Yes.
two type of
So
styles.
how I felt like I was enjoying the damn movie before anything even popped off. Like I liked
Yeah.
all the characters. I liked their whole, town. As far as the soundtrack, the beautiful like the guitar picking, it was just like the
Yeah, the
instruments
soundtrack was amazing.
shined when they put Miles's voice in on certain parts. It just like I said, it just gave Deep South backbone of the film. It was beautiful. But not only was the normal music good, but it's like the music for everyone was good, and we'll kind of get into more details about that later
Yeah.
on. I really appreciated this whole band of characters. They were very lovable characters. Like TJ was saying, diversity, in my opinion, was done right in this movie. I feel like everybody got a chance to, almost everybody, and we'll get into the almost in a minute.
Yeah, and one thing I want to say, just as a lover of black women, yet again I gotta say, James Lawson,
Dark skinned
my
women winning. Dark skinned
my
women winning.
goodness, when I tell you this woman looked delicious every time you saw her on screen,
Sensational.
and that's a double entendre if you really seen the film. It was. She just would have more films just for me. She's 1 year younger than me. Hell, she's in the same year as me.
I'm
Please. Anyway, continue.
All right, and then just in terms of like the way everything was handled with everybody's, like the way that the characters, like their character arc and things like that, I appreciated how things were handled with each character. We're going to get into that more in a second, but just my whole thing of this film is I think that people definitely need to go out and see this. There was a point in the film where one of my friends said she had an out of body experience where I was just sitting there just floored, and I was like, they're really doing this right now. Like this, the exploration of so many things like music on culture and just, oh my gosh, there's so much.
Yeah.
It's so much stuff to unpack. It's just such a rich plot. Oh, like
It's
you need
very
to see
satisfying.
Yes,
Very
and it makes you want to
satisfying.
see it more than one time. It makes you want to see it more than one time as well. And so, yeah, are y'all ready to get into these spoilers?
Yeah, one thing I'll say before we get to the sports, that it's just good seeing an original film that's mostly about black people and the struggles. And again, we get a lot of struggle films, don't get me wrong, but it's not leaning onto that. It's empowering and it's talking about the few good moments that black people had to really enjoy each other, enjoy each other's culture, or like just have a fun time. It's just a very good, original, strong adult black film, and it's rare that we get that nowadays without it leaning on some other properties. Which, listen, I'm a Marvel, DC, anime, I love all that stuff, but it's just good seeing these type of films be made, because ever since the rise of streaming, without the backbone of the DVDs and stuff, you just don't get these type of films anymore. And it's very satisfying seeing something like this, just a pure like adult black film. So,
And then it's also very nice to see that type of like creativity, the diversity inclusion that they've been whining about, that can't stand so much, and the originality.
So we got
is
the
good to
racists
see
liking it,
those
so.
things. Yeah, like it's nice to see those things win. It's nice
Yeah.
to see like people appreciate like good media.
yeah.
So yeah, so definitely Ryan and them definitely proved a point with this one. Like all you got to do is just make good shit, bro.
Actually, there's one bulletin that I'm going to add to it because it definitely correlates. But there's some people that have been saying that this movie steals from another movie where like
Was it
there's
From
like
Dusk Till Dawn?
vampires. Yeah, I think that's what you said.
Yeah, but I feel like Ryan
I
has
don't think
already
it does.
addressed the inspiration for that, so we're gonna keep it pushing.
Yeah, I guess we don't have to.
As
address
far
it
as
then,
that
yeah.
person, we're gonna address that person later. But yeah, so are we ready for the spoilers? So this is spoiler alert from here. So if you have not seen the
Yeah.
movie, please go and watch it. Plot, I just feel like everything unfolded so well. I enjoyed like I said, everybody's character arcs. The ends that most of them met were interesting. I did feel like some of them did not deserve to go out the way that they went out. It's like,
So I
get
was
it.
hurt when I realized that all them niggas are dead. I was like,
I was like,
oh,
man.
oh.
Yes, and what I appreciated as like a horror movie thriller girly is they were following the rules of, it's a movie called Let Me In is the American version, and then the original I believe is called Let the Right One In. And once they were kind of showcasing that rule that you have to invite them in, that they can't come in unless you invite them in, I was like, oh, that is dope. I love that. I love that. I love when movies come up with rules like that.
Actually, I wish there was another cut where the Native Americans came in and saved the day. Like that, I just realized, damn, where were these niggas?
For me,
I needed you.
Somebody said that, and for me, it's like it's the same thing with black people. It's like, bro, if we tried to warn you the first time, I'm going home and I'm finna get some sleep. I don't think the Native Americans need to do a damn thing.
Oh
Especially,
no, but just the black people though. I understand the whites, but like the black people.
oh,
they
to
need
save
some
the
backup.
black people, yeah. Oh yes, yeah.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about them KKK members.
I don't. It's like, yes, that would have been nice, but I get it. I get them sitting at the house. They was like, all right, girl, y'all got it, bro.
Well, one of the things about Ryan Coogler, that's why I have like some critiques about Wakanda Forever, is that he is not afraid to kill people off, right? Like that's his shit. Like a lot of his storytelling is evolved around sacrifice or like death in some way. And I think it works better with original films or like Fruitvale Station, things like that. That's more based in reality, because in comic book stuff, niggas don't really die like that. They come back. So I think that type of style of storytelling works a lot better in like original films. And even though it sucks seeing all these black people like get taken out like that, it's also kind of like a different way is just showing, because they're gonna get murdered by these racist KK members anyway, right? And that's what I was hinting at towards the main villain, which is the head vampire. Right? I forgot his name. I think his name in the film is Remick, right? Remick, he's not a racist. Like you would think, like
yeah.
oh, like he recruits them. Like nah, like he just, at least from my interpretation, he just wants a new family because he's outlived everyone he's ever loved, right? And he's pushing this narrative like he just want more people to join his side because he's lonely. At least that's my interpretation.
Yes. Okay. So let's stay on Remick for a second, right?
Yeah.
So I actually liked him as a villain. At first, I was like, okay, we got this, white man. He's able to kind of go like between these two cultures or whatever. He's imposing on the black culture, but like with the white culture, it's like they were kind of listening to him because he was white. And in the beginning, that couple who ends up joining him later, they like their racism did them in. Basically, they were like, oh well, I'm gonna believe you got money and you're a white person, I'm gonna believe you over the Native Americans that were like, hey, you just let this man into your home? That guy was like, hey, it's getting dark, it's about that time. And so they left. But it's like Remy as a villain, yes, like the whole like him trying to rebuild a community. Think about it, like he's lived like so long. I really enjoyed the fact that they kind of touched on what happened with, I guess, his father losing his land and things like that, due to the Christians taking over and stuff like that. There was, like I said, there was so much stuff to freaking unpack when it comes to like religion in this movie. And I don't feel like necessarily that religion was disrespected. I just feel like we opened up for a lot of conversation, around some things. But yes, Remick, like he was a fun villain when he was showing them how they get down in Dublin, when he was river dancing and stuff like that. Cornbread was getting it. Like it was funny. It was to me, this was the right balance of like, it was scary at some parts. I'm like, what the hell is going on? This is unraveling quick. And then like there were parts where it was funny because you know how black people are in horror situations. This was perfect. Like the whole thing with them going back and forth with Cornbread at the freaking door, like, was hilarious. Like,
the one thing I gotta give a shout out, because I think it's gonna definitely go under the radar, but I think Michael B. Jordan did such a great job, because I feel like with Stack, that's mostly him playing. Like, Michael B. Jordan has range, but like Michael B. Jordan gets he gets a lot of unnecessary hate from his outside life, thinking people that he's like faking relationships and shit. Or from people saying that he low-key don't got range, and just the slander, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think he did a fantastic job showing his level of range with Smoke, and like, because definitely Smoke for sure. Smoke, like, he has such presence.
I loved both of them. I love both of the characters, and I just think
100%.
I think that these characters, everything was appropriate for them. I love their brotherly relationship and stuff like that. But Michael B. Jordan, and somebody else said this as well, and it blew up. Michael B. Jordan, like, at first I was nervous about this twin stuff, because I was like, all right, we're gonna see how you gonna do. Because it might. I was like, is he gonna seem like the same person in both roles? But the personalities were so damn distinct, and both of them just had a way of thinking about things and a way of doing things that it freaking worked. Michael B. Jordan was on his Parent Trap, where you thought that was two niggas. It's gonna be somebody young that watches this, hopefully not too young, but somebody young that watches this is gonna be like, oh, this film. Michael B. Jordan doesn't have a twin. It's gonna be just like Lindsay Lohan, I promise you that. Because Lindsay Lohan, you couldn't tell me that was not two little girls growing up watching Parent Trap. Like, he ate this. He really did.
And one thing I gotta say with that is that Ryan Coogler did a fantastic job with the cinematography. Where like I don't like to go out of my way looking for edit flaws or whatever. They're probably gonna find it in some way. But he did a fantastic job of making it look like there's two twins there, right? Because we know, like, seamless, when we do like the whole, like, like at Sonic 3, there was some issues where like there was some like, floating heads, or the bodies were slightly touched, and it'd be some editing errors. But I think he did a great job with camera works, probably great body doubles, just so much different techniques where like it really felt like they was both there. Hell, even in the scene where Stack dies, like when Michael B. Jordan's holding himself, like it looked really good. Like it didn't look like there was some strange cuts.
But what I need though, it's like to the point they did it so seamless to people. I would say to like folks that aren't into like super duper into like the technical aspect with editing. I feel like I'm like pretty basic when it comes to editing, so I'll be able to catch some stuff. but my eye is not super duper critical when it comes to that. I feel like to most of us, like, yes, it seem like they really did a good freaking job. But like staying on the twins, I really love the way that they were handled. It's like everything, their love interests were perfect for each one of them.
Yeah.
Their fates were perfect for each one of them. The one that was with the shits, like it made absolute sense that he would turn and want to live on and like keep experiencing life. And his girl was basically a ride or die. Like she ain't play. So it made sense. Then you have with Smoke and everything like that, it would,
Actually, I thought you said with the shit. I thought you was talking about Smoke, because Smoke was the nigga that was shooting people.
Yeah. Well, not with the shits like that, but like, you know what I mean? Just
I get them.
Doing it for the plot. Let's say doing it for the plot. He was doing it for the plot. He seems like the type of nigga to do it for the plot. But Smoke was the one that was more so with the shits. And I feel like Smoke went out like a freaking hero. Now when it comes to the slave and the Jim Crow movies, I need my shit like Django. I need to see a racist get shot.
Yes,
I'm so sorry.
I literally need all of that. Like,
for
we
him,
need to be
Swiss
the good.
cheese and niggas, y'all, Swiss cheese and folks before he went out, absolutely sensational. Let me watch it 3 more times.
I think with Haley Steinfeld, because we all know she's a megastar at this point, right?
Yeah.
But I think this is her standout role to be an adult. Right, I feel like every young actress needs that standout role, from like Zendaya.
Oh yeah,
to,
the stuff she was saying.
Jenna Ortega.
Oh yeah.
She was, and it didn't come across cringy. Like I was really afraid that she's gonna be trying to do this accent and all this other shit. Is gonna.
Yeah, I don't have as much experience with her outside of, in other media too much. So my view of her was kind of fresh. And yeah, she definitely I believed everything. I was like, yes, absolutely. But go ahead.
Because I remember right before I saw the movie, it was like TikToks like that. It was getting close to spoiling me. But I heard a line. I didn't know who delivered the line. It was talking about like, you ate this, yada yada, and you F me real good. You can't take this back. I was like, who the fuck said this?
Yeah, no, she was saying all of that. It's like, when what's his name said, oh, maybe she is black. I was like, yeah, she don't belong with them. She belongs with the black folks. Like, please.
I was ready for her to turn coat so bad because that second trailer was talking about we all going to get. Granted, I probably knew it was probably going to be some type of trick with it, but I was just like, are you going to do the thing where she betrays them to be like, nah, she just got got,
basically.
That leads to the other part, right? I think it was a very intriguing decision to have half of this film just getting to know the characters. Just getting to know the characters. Like, I was looking at the cell phone like, yo, when the shit get started? Like, I wasn't like bored or nothing, but I was just like, like, I'm halfway in. And
I was like,
yet.
oh, this is really, because it's like everything felt like it was like in there for a reason. It's like we had to set up with the Smokestack twins, and we understood, like they kind of set up, okay, like they definitely had an effect on this community before they left the community. We got to see Bo, Lisa, and Grace, which is the Asian family. We got to see how Grace, as a Asian American, was able to navigate between both the white community and the black community, and how they're able to own a business and do those type of, which that is a whole thing in and of itself. It's like the little things that we were seeing here and there. It's like everything was there for a reason, to show us the little facts, like about, this world that we're looking at. Even, when Stack and Sammy were going to go pick up Slim, or not pick up Slim. Well, it ended up being them picking up Slim, but like that, it's like we kind of got that backstory, with Slim and the unfair like incarceration and execution of black people at that time, and how like it takes little of nothing for you to end up with a messed up fate down there behind, just because the white people of that time had an issue, with the people, just because they, wanted to. A lot of mob mentality and all of that. It's like all of that. It gave you what time period and what world that we're dealing with. And so, because of the lovable characters, because of the lore, with Smoke going to go see Annie and stuff like that, and we get into the African spirituality and things like that as well. Which I'm not sure if she had a Louisiana background or like some Bayou stuff going on, because
I'll do my research. I'll do my research. There's two things I gotta add on to this. Is that the one standout scene which I think you already kind of know before I say it, was definitely the music going from past to future. Like that was a very like I feel like I need a new Rockstar's breakdown of that
Let's
shit.
put a pin in that. We're gonna come
Yeah.
right back to that in a second. Let's finish up with like the characters, and then we're gonna get
Yeah.
into that scene because that's gonna take a minute to talk about because that was amazing, and that's the part where I had that experience where I'm just like, this is really happening. Like this
Yeah.
this is art. But we're gonna get to that in a second. Annie,
And
who is the more full figured dark skinned woman who was Smoke's love interest or Elijah's love interest. She, and I hate that people assumed that she was Smoke's mother. I don't like that. I get it, but
That-
I don't like
I don't know
that.
why,
I don't like that
but-
at all. I'm like, you didn't feel that
Yeah.
tension, like when she stepped outside, like you didn't feel that, like it was like it was building, like the romantic tension and stuff like that. And so, but I really appreciate, like, she gave everything though. She gave love interest, wife, mother, fixture in the community. And did y'all notice, somebody had said this and pointed this out, did y'all notice when Annie was telling them what was going on, people barely questioned it? Like they took her word and they was like, okay, so what do we need to do? I like that.
Uh-huh.
I like that
Yep.
a lot. I like that a lot. She got so much respect from me. Another hero of this story for me, definitely. They
I
would
was
have been
hurt,
screwed without
but
her. Screwed.
I knowing how Ryan Coogler is, like, yeah, she ain't gonna make it. Like she like not to be mean or nothing, but it's like I know how this nigga rolls. Like she ain't gonna make it, cause like
When she
ain't gonna
got
make
bit,
it.
I was so heartbroken. I was like, are you serious? Then on top of that, we had to deal with the fact that she already freaking told Smoke that she ain't trying to kill me. Like, dude, I'm not trying to be one of those.
And that adds it to my point too. That I was going to add as well is that like even when she got bit, she said no, not you, right? Because I think
that
she was
hurt
going
me
like try to,
too. Yup.
yeah.
She was like,
I think she was going to try to
not you.
skill stack, but she was
Yup.
like nah. And then the thing that I loved about this film is that for me, I thought that pretty much once you get bitten right, you're pretty much playing the character. Like you're not even yourself anymore. I was just thinking like you're just like a zombie to the main vampire. Then like you start to realize like no, their personality's still in there.
Yes.
Like they might be like manipulated by like the power of being a vampire. But when I saw Stack in who's Staley Stuyvesant's character, I don't know. But like when I saw both of them like be like distraught when he actually killed Annie, like make sure she didn't turn. I was like, hold on, like they're still in there.
Yes,
like,
yes, that was so good. And I was like, bruh, okay. So, and it really kind of reinforced the idea that, okay, yes, they are still in there. And what he wanted was for Smoke and Annie to at least to turn so that they would all be together and all live on forever, basically. But go ahead and continue.
Well, like it even adds on to the nuances of this stuff, right? Like we all know, like the more honorable option is like to keep your spirit, be connected to the to the gods, what Annie was talking about. But like if they all turned to vampires, low-key, what was the real issue? Because at first I was thought, oh, they're under that guy's control or whatever. But like once he dies, y'all could have been straight. You know what I mean? Like y'all could have lived together for millennia and stuff. Like y'all might would have got tired of always being in the darkness, but like, you know what I mean? Like I could see the other point of view because even at the end of the film, right, where you see Stack and Stanley, whatever, you see their characters like chilling. Like I thought he was gonna kill, the adult MC, but like they don't. He just like no, he told me to watch after
we'll
you.
get into that in a second, but yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just like, okay, like so he still have restraint. Like so it's not like one of those where he's walking around here barely able to control. So like no, he's still him. Yeah. So like, oh, okay. All right.
Absolutely. So yeah, and so I love Slim as the comedic relief. That scene where he was talking about the lynching and how that happened was super duper powerful, and then it also gave his character depth. And in terms of understanding, with the things that he's seen or experienced, and why that kind of probably drove him to kind of just drink and just do what he does, and that's music. And so I want to continue on as we kind of get to this amazing scene. This is probably one of my favorite scenes like in recent years in a movie. this damn, like, it started out nice and soulful with Sammy singing, and then turns into this beautiful ass culmination of just how music has just like affects us like as a whole, and it's just past, future, different genres. We saw some of the Chinese dancers like as well. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's you just gotta see the scene again because I couldn't catch all of it. Like there were so many Easter eggs throughout all of it. I was just not expecting. Like I thought it was probably gonna go up to like maybe the 90s. No, they went like damn near close to the 2010s with some of the representation from the DJs to the dancers.
Yeah,
like,
the twerking.
Yeah, twerking. Like I could have all of them. They got Cardi B in here. Like I didn't know what was going on. But like no, a fantastic scene from the transition to like them like dancing around a fire and just like even the entire concept, even though maybe it could have been expounded upon a little bit more, like Sammy being like this like avatar of like black culture's past and future or something, like maybe that could be expanded upon a little bit more. But I like the vagueness of it. Like I feel like it gives you just enough for you to enjoy it and also wonder what else it can do. You know what I mean? Yeah, just a fantastic scene that I would love a breakdown of because it's just too much to try to consume in one showing. And it wasn't like overwhelming, but it was just a lot to see there. And one more thing I want to add too is that like I kind of love like the pop culture references in the film. Like it remind me of I don't know if the movie was it called The Thing? Where like where they was like testing the blood and seeing who was like infected or whatever. Like they kind of did the same thing with like have a bite of
garlic. That girl pissed me off so bad.
And then we learned that no one was bitten. It just a nigga fell into some red juice.
That was crazy. And then he got...
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and then that man got because of that. That was really crazy. Last thing about the music, I really enjoyed so much how the power of music, that was a really great theme to explore, and I feel like they really did a good job at that. Like it felt like it was almost like in some cases like a polarized view as well, like with it Smoke encouraging Sammy to like, you like to sing and do all that, go make church music, and then with Remick coming up and him wanting access to Sammy's gift and things like that. I do like those two like polarized things, and I feel like with Sammy's choice like at the end and him choosing himself to hang on to his gift and use it for himself and him in his dreams instead of either two of those things, I love that as well. Like that as an artist and a creative was so validating. Like seeing him, like he just would not let it go, and then to see him drive off with that guitar handle to his chest, like just like that was, oh my gosh, that was so amazing. But as I said before, the Irish music as well was just really beautiful. Like I enjoy whatever song that they were singing when Mary went out to go talk to them. That song was beautiful too, and it's just like everybody's roots. It was just so rich. And I enjoyed that appreciation of everyone's cultures and things like that. And then in terms of also while we're on the subject of Christianity as well, them talking about the fact that white people introduced us to Christianity and that we had our own culture and stuff before that as well. There is just so much to unpack with that, because it seemed like they were kind of it was almost like two groups were trying to get them to join, like so the church and then the vampires. And it's like almost like both of them were kind of like a perceived safety thing. Oh, you're safe if you're, Christian with us. Oh, no, you're safe if you're, vampires with us. Like, I thought that was very interesting as well.
Right. To even expand upon the decision that Sammy makes, you got to think about how this story is told. The beginning of the film, we jump cut to pretty much the finale. Like, we kind of know, like from the flashes of pretty much a lot of the cast being vampires and the flash of like him getting slashed, like we know shit goes down. So like you're sitting in just like this dread of like you're seeing all these people have a sweet time from that amazing musical scene. Like you're sitting with that information, you're thinking like, and then Smoke's threatening, talking about if you follow through, I'll kill you myself. Like the stories tell you plenty of times, like, yeah, but Sammy's probably not going to go through with it. And the fact that even Stack told him a lie, saying that, oh, like this is a special guitar and this means or whatever, and then Smoke told him like that nigga's a liar. That's my daddy's guitar, and that's the one who beat him up. And still Sammy still chooses to honor the people he's lost by with his music. And he shows no fear when Stack shows up in a vampire form and he shows him the guitar. Like he did all that personally because of him. And it's not bad. It's not wrong to be selfish either. Like, I think the story is also telling you that. Like, he lived the rest of his life loving what he's doing. And
Being
even
true
then he
to
went back
himself.
to the church and he still, even though him and his relationship with his father is complicated, he still loved his dad as well. Like, it really talks about the nuances of all these things. I think he probably still thinks about Pearl. Despite her
He did
being
because
married.
he named his thing that. He named his
Yep.
whatever place he was at. He named it Perlene's.
I'm pissed though. I wanted Pearline to live so bad. I was well. The first
She was
first
an
trick was like,
adulterer. I was fine with whatever happened.
yeah, because I was at first I thought she was gonna be the one that was a vampire because she out here crawling on the ground looking all like I'm like damn she too sexy to be human, but
It's like oh my gosh, is it like who is going to be? And
also
I was
she
not
was always next to the
expecting.
walls too.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was not expecting Cornbread to be as involved like as he
Oh, yeah, Cornbread was funny.
Yeah,
Cornbread
he
was very funny.
hilarious. He was like, "Nah, I need to come in there so we can get to what we need to be doing." And Slim
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
"What
he
exactly
definitely
do
did a
we need to
great
be
job with
doing?"
that scene.
Like
Great
it was
job.
just oh my gosh, it's like the
Oh,
chemistry.
can we
there.
talk about the Star-Lord moment? Oh my God. What's her name? Grace. She sold so hard.
Oh, she did. Third imposter.
Oh.
Yes, let's talk about that crap. So
Oh my
so let's
God.
preface it by saying this, right? As a woman, I get it, okay? You done basically lost your man. He's cooked. Like he's turned.
Yeah.
Like you lost your man. I get that. They did threaten the daughter. That was crazy. So I do understand that. But it's like you didn't even see them do anything to, I mean, not that you would have because she's far away, but it's like everybody's still out there powwowing and river dancing. So nobody's done anything yet. She can't verify that anybody's done anything to her daughter yet. So basically, I already knew when she was trying to shout. I'm like, she has lost her everlasting mind. He should have
I
punched
still
her
don't even
and
know what
knocked her
she
out.
said. Go ahead.
He should have. Let me not, because she's a woman. But he should have he might have needed to knock her ass out because
What did she
was
say
out of
to
control.
fuck up? Because I was so confused. I was like, wait, what did she say for them to come in? I was so like, what did she do?
Exactly, because girl, what was your plan? It's how many vampires? Y'all could barely handle one or two. You just saw what the other one did when he was chewing on what's his name neck like a buffet. No, like you already watched this happen. So I'm so confused as into what she thought they were all gonna do. She's like, I just saw you shoot two men. Okay, well, girl, we know that the bullets don't work. They shot Mary like I don't know, like 30 times. So what do you think? Again, what do you think is going to happen? So I was very perplexed. I was like, okay. So then when she said, "Come on in," when I tell you the whole theater was like, "Oh no, she just did not."
She literally
Man,
got all
she
them
didn't even
killed.
do-
Like,
She didn't even really get to killing nobody in the first place. She was sitting there stabbing into her husband because I had to really look close. She was stabbing into her husband, right? And she's sitting there just barbecuing, just cooking in the fire, just cooking. And everybody else is like fighting for their lives and getting bit up. I'm like, you killed Slim, you killed Annie, you killed Pearline. Like, what?
Yeah, like they could have made it. Like that's the thing is they had no other way because the story didn't show me any other way they could get in.
Basically.
Like, yeah, like they literally like granted maybe they would chase him down later on or whatever, sure, but like they would have been fine. Like the only thing I could say, like the story's letting you know that a lot of characters' fate was doomed, right? Because, like, for example, what if they would have, like, stayed in the entire night? They had to deal with the army of KKK members, right? But we already saw that Smoke can handle those niggas damn near by himself, even though knowing Ryan Coogler, I knew Smoke was going to die. Like, even though this nigga had a very crazy moment where he took out a majority of them, but, like, that bullet to the gut, yep. He couldn't get out this shit all the way smooth.
Yeah. Oh, that was crazy. But like I said, the Annie death was hard to forgive, but the smoke death, it tied everything together beautifully.
Yeah.
Like when he got shot,
he had nothing else to live for.
Yeah, when he got shot like that, and then he started getting, losing blood, started getting dizzy and all that. Man, when he heard that baby crying and saw Annie and the baby in that stunning white just sitting there, like, I was like, oh yeah, he's gone, baby.
Oh,
and
what was funny too is when
he's gone.
What was funny too is when the racist dude was talking about, I got money, and then Smoke shot him without even looking, and then went back to his baby.
And Annie was like, "Oh, here you go." Like, come on, take this baby.
All right, don't lose your chance in heaven now, bro. Like
exactly,
I was holding the seat.
You pushing it.
Guys looking at you a little crazy now.
But it's like, that is with all the evil stuff that they've done. I'm sure it wasn't that crazy, but like the whole thing of it is that with everything going on, I had almost forgot that the freaking KKK was coming back.
Yeah,
like
I forgot that plotline was a thing.
And then I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, well, he's prepping. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, because of the killing floor comment. Like, and so when he was doing that, and like, they were like, oh, well, where is everybody? When that first bullet hit and he was in the freaking grass, I was like, oh, yes. Oh, this is it. This is it. And the government taught him how to do that. The same government that didn't want to see him make it, that probably didn't give him his proper benefits after he came back from the military. Like, yes, the government taught him how to do that. Say thank you. so yeah, basically.
But I think we've got a good amount of content over Sinners. Please go watch this film. I think it's already doing amazing. The last thing we could talk about too is Variety's very interesting comment on a successful film, talking about like, oh well, it's still got a while before it breaks.
I'll read it word for word. You want me to read it word for word?
Yeah, you can read it word for word.
Let's do that. Variety said, Sinners has amassed 61 million in its global debut. It's a great result for original R-rated horror film. Yet the Warner Brothers release has a 90 million price tag before global marketing expenses, so profitability remains a ways away. It's like, why are you bringing it up? And then somebody, I don't know if this is the actual Ben Stiller or somebody else named Ben Stiller, said, in what universe does a $60 million opening for an original studio movie warrant this headline?
Also, you got to think about how asinine this logic is. The movie just opened. Why the fuck you worrying about it breaking even on the first day?
Because
it's an original film that's M-rated or R-rated. Like, what the fuck?
We're moving the goalposts. That's why.
Yeah, like it'll be a difference if a month passed or a couple weeks. Yes, nigga, it's the opening.
Opening weekend.
What the fuck are we doing?
What type of like? I'm like, you want them to get crazy numbers.
Yeah, what do you think this is, like Deadpool, Wolverine, nigga? Like, it's gonna be slightly different. Oh my god!
You have to sit down and explain it to you like you're 5. Like, let's relax. Like, then they've been
trying to clean it up. They've
been trying to backpedal. They've been trying to backpedal this entire time. Like, nah.
It's very interesting because you got your folks where they always got opinions that somehow don't like black people. Like, oh, the Batman got too many good black people or something. Even them, they're out. I'll give this movie a 7. You know what I mean? Like, their 7 pretty much means a 10 out of 10. They just can't say the shit without pissing off their group or whatnot because they always got dislike something. So, yeah, Sinners, very excited, very just happy. I don't know if I want a Sinners 2. I don't know if I want all that shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's just good to just.
We can leave it here. I really, to be honest.
Yeah, it's good to get an original film. Like, you can always expand upon, like, the Native American side. There's definitely some more lore here you can do, but like, I want some like Jordan Peele stuff. Like, you can easily add more to like Up or I was gonna say Lost. What the fuck? Get Out, things like that, right? Like, there's a lot of stuff you can do like with that, but he chooses to make more original films, so. Can't wait to see more. And like, he doesn't always have to do Marvel stuff, you know what I mean? So it's good to see it.
Right. It definitely is. So yes, please go see the movie, y'all. It's okay to watch this movie multiple times. Like I just
Oh, stay for the after credits, by the way. There's 2 after credits. I lost track of this last one.
Yeah. And so Bruh, are you ready to get into this freaking Shannon Sharpe debacle?
Fuck.
I know. It's just it needs to be discussed because I feel like this man is always in some mess, and it's like honestly, it's like at first I was like, is this a manufactured mess like the last time when this man accidentally went live to prove to everybody that
So to give more clarification, right? Shannon Sharpe, a very, very famous former NFL player, Super Bowl winner, won 3 Super Bowls. He's been a great personality on now First Take. He was on Undisputed. Has a very successful podcast, like a very successful black man, hilarious as fuck, right? But he's been going through controversy from like either how he wears his clothes. There's certain people thinking that everything he does is to not come across gay, which is kind of becoming obsessive. People calling him Medea. From the comedians being mad that he platformed Cat Williams to make fun of them, even though Shannon Sharpe didn't do shit. And I have a slight bias. I like Shannon Sharpe. I feel like he gets a lot of shit, right? And then he does some goofy shit, like he says some comments about Megan that I guess he was trying to make fun of an account, not knowing that was a Megan profile. Mm-hmm. And then the shit with the live stream, that's my Michelle, and all this other stuff, right? So
a bunch of extracurricular stuff. Yeah, they've been on Shannon's head. They say he looked like a leather Barney. I'm like, bro, what? What?
And then like, his own daughter told him multiple times.
What's going on, bro? Huh?
Like even his own daughter told him multiple times to date women his age, and you know it's bad when Monique is telling you, "Hey, come back to us" and everything like that. Because Monique, she got her own shit. She cussing out her own child, whatever, right? But I digress. Now. We got, well, granted, the person who's initiating this lawsuit already tried the shit with Jay-Z. They have a history.
Tony Bugsby, what his name?
Like they have a history of trying to get 50 million plus out of people with very lackluster evidence or story. Mm-hmm. So I'm taking this with a grain of salt. Again, real victims, please. Like I want you out there. But anyway, I'm resisting the inevitable. I am about to read this Shannon Sharpe's releasing the text messages because homegirl saying that he R-worded her and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So he released a text message trying to give more clarification of the relationship. Yeah. And here we go.
Before we get into that, I want to get into Uncle Shannon's video response of this. And then we're going to get into how horrible these text messages are.
Oh, fuck.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly, on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby
OnlyFans
$50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
So that was his statement. That was his statement.
So that's my first time hearing that. And it adds more context because Soleil she been trolling with this. Well, not trolling, but she's been sending me everyone else's responses. And it's been all hilarious.
I need to build it up. I need to understand. I need you to get all the media.
It just, as a man, right? Again, I'm nowhere near his age, but like when your children from black women trying to give you advice, they've all been telling your ass, because Shannon's like 50 something, I think, like 50 or somewhere in his mid 50s.
Oh, and we gonna drag it because that's the part that I'm not understanding.
Yeah, he needs to stop. Like I tell niggas all the time, like, chill out with the OnlyFans in their early 20s. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Exactly. All that is like trouble. Like, I don't.
You got all this power. Like, that's the thing is, like, you got so much to lose now, and you still fucking with these OnlyFans white girls. Like, it like
exactly. and I hate to be
Go
this
ahead.
person. I hate to be this person. If you was gonna do that in the first place, then just hit Miss B Nasty up. Why are you hitting like some 19-year-old white girl
Nah,
up?
Miss B Nasty can't hold no water. Like they all like to talk, but like nah, they
But
like
I
don't
feel
be
like she
like
would be yapping.
Zion.
I feel like she would be trying to
Nah,
extort
like,
him.
yeah, no, don't be like Zion, bro. Just leave these BBL queens alone. Like just stop, bro. Just stop, bro.
Because
Just be
it's
with
like y'all
someone
are-
in their 40s.
Y'all are so determined to ruin your own legacy with this mess. I saw somebody that said, y'all are governed by your vices instead of your virtues, and that's y'all's problem. And I absolutely get that. It's like, why is everything that you do on French Street? Why are you not fucking with people that can't? Is nobody signing no NDAs? What's happening?
So yeah, like that's something I was even talking to someone who's famous. Like that's a big thing. So let's look into this, right? Because I can't wait any longer. So.
Yeah.
We got the statement by Lanny J. Davis, counsel to Shannon Sharpe. Oh, fuck. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me. Gabrielle Zuniga in a text message to Shannon Sharpe October 7th. I know you missed this big juicy ass $25K for each cheek.
Do we
What?
really have to? Do we really have to?
Nah, I gotta take out this. Nah, that's crazy. But I gotta read this to understand why everyone's calling him a raccoon. This lawsuit is filed by Gabrielle, orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, a blatant and cynical attempt to throw down Mr. Shannon Sharpe for $1 million. Is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and will not succeed in her effort to extract a large financial statement. Miss Zuniga, that's crazy, presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video, which is illegal, of a consensual sexual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act of non-consensual. Okay, anyway, let me see the other text messages. The day after, she asked for 25 per cheek, which is crazy, so 50K. Wait, what? That's really wild. January the 2nd? Asking for 50K? What is this other stuff? Okay, so this is good.
You already won 50K.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
only if you put as long as you put the baby gravy in me.
Oh,
Yeah, these are some
Lord.
old niggas. She like baby oh man, I only seen that in some old porn.
Hold on, let me read this censor because you doing a lot. So
My bad.
On November 23rd, I want to put my tongue in blank and then marry you. That's nuts to have on the internet. January 12th. That's my daddy. I want you to put a big black baby in me. That's okay. So let's get into why that's effing disgusting. So it's like, number one, you want this 60-year-old man to impregnate you. That's effing crazy. You want somebody that's grandparent age to do that. That's one. Two, I can tell by the way that you're describing said baby that you just fetishize black people, and it's really disgusting. And this man lets you freaking say that to him. Is nuts.
So there's some comments
BBB?
I gotta,
Like, that's basically what you're saying.
so there's some comments I gotta say about this, right?
Go ahead.
So the unfortunate part about being a young black man and everything like that, did the corn industry, I gotta make sure you can sense everything I said
Yes,
before.
and I appreciate that.
But
yes.
but the corn industry has definitely warped our idea of our self-respect when it comes to this stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I even remember when I was in my early 20s or whatever, like I kind of like some of the race play talk or something, because I was just like, oh, I'm going to live up to these stereotypes, where I didn't really understood like how bad they were. I just thought they were just like sex talk or whatever. And
I definitely understood that. You wouldn't be talking to me that way, but go ahead. Go ahead.
But like, I can understand that from like an early 20-something, right? Like they didn't really wake up to understand like this shit sounds crazy. It is wild
You're
that
60?
someone in their 50s or 60s
age him up.
that's still on that, right? Because like that at that point, that frontal lobe's been developed 3 times over. You just like that shit, like
Exactly. And for you to be as old as you are, like civil rights-esque, is nuts. Like, that is pure insanity. Insanity for you to be preferring that. Were you young when they was marching? Were you alive when they was like no. Like no.
It's tough because like honestly, we shouldn't know any of this stuff. Like everyone has their kinks, yada yada yada, whatever, right?
His dealings of the way that he deals with these folks and who he chooses to deal with makes it so that he's at risk. And I don't understand black men's fascination. It seems like some of our black male celebrities that we're supposed to see in a certain light, and I get people aren't perfect, but what is y'all's fascination with ruining y'all's legacy? Why do y'all put yourselves in these situations? And then with Kanye, he's just doing it by himself. He got the light. Yeah,
we're not even going to go into that realm.
Exactly. But I would say this, like you're not moving in a way to where it preserves what you've built.
Well, what's crazy is that like, listen, look, we all got our shit, like make a tape, whatever. But why are you doing this at this point, bro? Like, why are you making 10-minute long tapes in your 50s, 60s, bro? Like,
you're famous.
What we on?
A tape at all? Y'all are famous. Why are you making a tape at all?
Like, why are we doing 10 minutes?
You shouldn't be doing no tape with nobody unless you're married to him. Like this. No.
10 minutes is egregious for a girl who's like half your age with an OnlyFans.
Exactly. He like, here, let me give you the court evidence right here. Like, girl, what the?
Like it adds more to the evidence that live stream was not an accident. Like you doing 10 minutes of footage.
He like to be recorded. We see that.
That makes me think low key maybe that live stream was on accident because he was recording that 10 minutes tape. Oh,
she ain't Michelle, she's Gabrielle. So,
the name's rhyme.
Yeah, it's Gabriella, but I'm being funny. But it's just like I think that's my thing. And it's like for me, I'm not even asking you to get with no 50 or 60-year-old. At least 30, please, Lord.
Yeah,
why are you telling somebody that's 19? That's gross.
At least late 30s or something, brother.
What are you talking to a 19? Or how do you even start that?
Wait, 19?
Yes, this girl was 19 at the time. He's like 54.
Oh my!
I'm telling you, this is bad. That's what I'm explaining.
Yeah, like there's so much because like even if I want to like try to have some type of nuance, there's no nuance because like at worst this nigga's just a goofy. No, at best this nigga's just a goofy. At worst, this nigga really did some shit. Like I think we're like giving this a little more levity because we just believe he ain't no R-worder, you know what I mean? We just think like is a crooked lawyer trying to get more money out of a crooked story.
Especially with her talking about like this. These texts are wild. And then somebody had the nerve to say, he released these texts. That's not making him look good. And everybody started dragging him like, yeah, dummy. It's not supposed to make him look good. It's supposed to make him look innocent.
Yeah, there was a tweet talking about something like, oh, he's using this as another way to escape the gay room. It's like, bro, come on.
Yeah, no, nobody want that's
like just put down the flag, bro. Like look, he's not. All right, you might have all these assumptions what he wears, yada yada yada, what he looks like. Right. He's not. Let it go.
Just let that go. Like it's just
it's just
there's nothing
crazy.
wrong with that, but it's just like y'all. I don't know what y'all's fascination is. It's like when black men don't when straight black men don't present to y'all a certain way. It's like y'all nitpicking, looking for anything to like insinuate that they are something that they're not because you think that that's like a gotcha or something, and it's just weird. Like
people just have weird confirmation biases. Like they think you don't date your race, so no matter how many times you date your race, it's a publicity or. They think you're not straight, no matter how many times you're with a woman. Like it is what it is with some people, right? And to get back on the text message, like with more context, it's like, bro, you allowing a 19-year-old pretty much kid to talk to you like this and put you in this. Oh my God, how you gonna allow a 19-year-old to put you in this situation? My God, bro! Like, and it's like you just fucking up the bag because of this.
You built, you just throwing it out. You just taking a match to it. Like, what is
man, I would at least thought like maybe 21. Man, you letting someone who hormones still off the roof
got out of high school yesterday.
Oh my God, man! You supposed to have some more wisdom than this nigga. Like,
exactly. And Monique tried to sit him down and try to talk to him, like, and he's just still, and this, and I'm saying my whole thing about this is we're not asking you to do anything hard, Shannon. We're not saying you gotta date somebody that's 50 or 60. Date somebody that's freaking 30, please. Date somebody that's frontal lobe is freaking developed, please.
like I be on dating apps and they be trying to do the trick where like their age is like 25. You click on their profile, it says I'm really 19. I'm
That's
matched.
already weird. That's already weird. Like, why are you
Yeah,
already
so like,
lying?
what are we doing, bro? So yeah, Shannon Sharpe, my brother, you're hilarious. You have done so much great work in different aspects of your life, but this dating life shit, grow up. Like that's all I can really say. Like it's not that hard. Like I'm even giving you the bare minimum of 25. That's the bare minimum.
Bare minimum
But
is 25,
but
please.
like at least just like I get it. Like I haven't been that zone. Like I don't know how rough shit can get past 40 and with the dating shit. I don't know. But like my God, bro, you got so much money and access. You out here thirsting over certain ladies that are in like their late 20s. Like I don't understand. And also, look, bro, if you prefer white women, just prefer white women. You don't have to do all this extra stuff with black women. Like if you allowing this white girl who's 19 to do all this stuff, then just do you. Like just be yourself. But like be an adult version of yourself. Not all this extra shit, man. So yeah, it's very disappointing, but I just hope that you didn't do anything against anyone's will. I hope for the best. You just being a goofy, and that's about it.
This tweet, I'm going to end it off with this tweet. Pushing 60, being shook down by a 20-year-old OnlyFans lady instead of being happily married and doing grandparent stuff, shaking my head. Sad. Let's move it along.
I know his daughter is embarrassed.
Embarrassing. Last thing I want to talk about is Mr. Dody, I believe is how you say his name, and he featured with Kendrick on the song Hey Now, didn't blow up off of it, and now apparently he has an issue with Kendrick.
Back up, cause I ain't got no destination, bro. On FC. Nigga, I lost my house. Nigga, I'm homeless. Nigga, I'm crip. I admit that shit. Nigga, I fell down. I'm gonna bounce back up though. Watch this. It's all good, cuz. And these rap motherfuckers, I can't wait till these rap motherfuckers start saying shit in their songs. I'm like, damn, homies, I'm gonna beat their ass on the beat, and I'm gonna kill them in real life. The fuck, nigga, that fucking song with Kendrick ain't
You know the
changed
police
shit,
are
nigga.
listening, right?
The fuck is that change?
They don't
nigga?
care. They going right back to you.
Nigga, I'm still over here, nigga. You act like a nigga got $1 million for that shit, nigga. The fuck, nigga, all that shit, nigga got some clout, nigga. And fuck clout, nigga. On the dead homies, nigga.
We need a nigga count with that one.
I'm
The
sorry.
reason I laugh because like he was just put like nigga as like an exclamation mark or a period to some of these statements. It is funny because I saw some Drake fans doing some comparisons. All like, well, we had a Drake feature. Like, let's just keep it a beam, bro. Kendrick don't owe you anything past that. He gave you the look. Like he gave you the look, and it's up to you to run with it. And you didn't run with it. You lost your house or where the fuck else you lost it. How you gonna blame him for
some
this
other
shit?
drama that's really like set things off as well. Like, but the thing about it is that it's 100% what you just said, 100%. And my problem with this, and especially why I'm not listening to that, because I believe if you're an artist, even as a content creator, you should be all constantly working on your stuff to where if somebody big like rated your stream, if somebody big wanted to collab with you or bring you onto their project or something like that, you should be ready. You should be ready for when that happens, and you go ahead and start releasing your stuff. Once you get the freaking traction, you should be on it from that point. I want to make it very clear that there's somebody that's not having an issue with that. You know who it is? AZ Chike is not having no issues with that. You know why? Because we constantly were seeing him on TikTok promoting his stuff. We saw his reaction to the Super Bowl. We saw him promoting his music and promoting a song. Is TikTok. Guess what happens when you put your stuff on TikTok? They mash it up with another song and make it sound even freaking better. Then he was on doing the dances and stuff like that.
No,
you don't have no excuse. You don't have no excuse.
Yeah, you got like Dochi, who's taking every opportunity to use every look she gets as an opportunity. Like again, like one of the biggest things as a content creator, like it's deflating when you do a lot of work and you're not getting attention, right? But what keeps you motivated is when you're releasing work and you're getting so much attention that keeps you motivated. So like you had all this attention, and honestly, nigga, you just a nigga on the hook. Like Kendrick was mostly doing most of the work on that song, but all right, you think you deserve $1 million for like maybe 30% of the track, whatever? Like, come on, bro. Like, it's just ridiculous, and it's frustrating because I know Kendrick definitely did this just to be nice. He could have easily got a more clouded nigga to do this shit.
Exactly, and
Yeah,
that's what I don't like. Like, you're ruining it for other artists. They seeing this like, I don't know, I can't get me no unknown person.
He gonna
I don't
think
know what
twice.
you want. Yeah, you
Yeah, he
can't
gonna
just
think
be
of it
doing that when
twice.
nobody see. Like, just messing it up. He needs to take responsibility and get in the lab, get in the studio.
Yeah, that shit's done though. The nigga talking about I'll kill people in real life. Like, bro, yeah, that's raps.
Yeah,
Niggas ain't gonna play
he's
with that shit,
done.
especially from
I know
LA. Fuck that.
I know Kendrick at the house rolling his eyes. Like, you know, he do his thing and then he, you know, either go on tour, perform his stuff, or
Yeah.
be at the house with his, you know, doing his thing. Like, so this is like, if you introverted, this is just makes you be like, okay,
It's just frustrated because like
Yeah.
now you got all this like because they're using the Drake line. I don't see you give no money back to the money trees. Just like shut up, nigga. Like my goodness, like I can go back to like Drake doing Look Alive and pretty much the nigga who made Look Alive the original person. We don't hear about this nigga ever again. Like, but whatever, bro.
And so yeah, I wanted to address that because that man has lost his everlasting mind. I don't get it. Anyway, shout out to AZ, you know, while we at it. But yeah, so those are our topics, y'all, that we wanted to, you know, discuss. I had a blast, of course. It's, you know, it's definitely been some things going on this week, so we'll see if things calm back down. But oh my goodness.
Shit is wild.
We might have to come back with the Shannon Sharpe update because I need to see what's gonna happen with that. Cause
I think definitely we need to come back with Shannon Sharpe. We need to talk about the Last of Us TV show. 'Cause
Yes.
There's some stuff that needs to be talked about because people are very frustrated with the casting and all this other stuff. People forgetting that it's an adaptation. If you want just the story again, nigga, play the game. I don't know what to tell you. Like, people try to compare cosplayers to actors, and that shit don't always correlate. There's some other stuff we could probably talk about in the future, but I think it was a good one. I think it was a good one.
Absolutely. Again, go see Sinners. I can't say it enough. But yes,
Please.
y'all, have a wonderful, wonderful day, evening, whenever you are watching this. Be sure to follow me on my socials. TJ, shout out your socials.
Yes, my socials, XX Sun TJ XX. Also Sun TJ TV. Yeah, you can find most of my stuff by just typing in Sun TJ. But yeah, I do gaming. I do reviews, discussions, things like that. So yes, check out my stuff. Check out Soleil's. Check out Kiddo's. Kiddo got a lot of channels, so you got plenty to find there.
All right. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.